2 microphones,
2 Amandas,
and some seriously entertaining tales. I'm Amanda Wedekamp.
and I'm Amanda Stanzione.
We know stories connect us all.
And we realized we have a mountain of stories to share. So buckle up,
And brace yourself for a wild ride.
because we've got a lot to say and probably too much to share.
If you follow us on social, you may have seen that we recently took a girls' trip with 7 other women. I
8
almost
other
said,
women.
Well, there were 9 of us total.
Oh, okay.
So,
great.
right?
Yeah,
Yes.
glad you can do math.
Well, no, I
Perfect.
almost said with 9 other women. I'm like,
Right.
well, there weren't 11
Right,
of
true.
us. Yes.
9 total.
Yeah,
7
9
other
total.
than us.
Correct.
Great.
We got it. And we coined it Mountain Mahjong. So, Amanda, let's talk about how this even came together, and then we're going to share all about the trip.
Yes, perfect. Okay, so some of our listeners may remember that we went to Bingo Loco twice.
Yes.
So in one of those car rides, someone said, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be so great if we all got a cabin in the mountains and just played Mahjong all weekend? And I thought, yeah, and we can make that happen.
Yes.
So it was wonderful the way it came together. And because I love a good spreadsheet, we all started putting together ideas from Airbnb and Verbo, and I'm so used to calling it VRBO.
I prefer VRBO.
I do too. So when I say Verbo, I'm like, that
I
doesn't
know.
make sense.
It's the commercials got us, though.
I
They
know,
do say
right?
VR or Verbo.
Verbo,
I
right.
know.
And I'm like, no. Anyway, so we started putting all of those different ideas and listings together. And then it was really interesting, though, trying to figure out, like, who's going to room with who? Are there enough bathrooms? And, when we're looking at who's going to room with who, we had to ask, do you snore? Because that's a big deal. And so we required them to self-report.
Yes. There was self-reporting.
Yes.
And everyone was honest. And
Yes.
even some of the women asked their husbands, like, do I snore?
I-
Tell the truth,
Right. No, and that worked out really well. So I think after putting it all on a spreadsheet, giving everybody, a couple of different choices, it was wonderful. These women were so easy to deal with too, or to work with. Like everyone's like, yeah, great. I'm easy. I'll take this room. I'll take that
Yes.
room. It was one of those trips where you realize these are women I could travel with again.
Totally.
So, yeah.
And a couple of things that I thought were super funny about the planning. We asked if you use a sound machine.
Yes, which in my bunk room, because I roomed with 3 other women
Yes.
in bunk beds for children, and it was
That's true.
but it was great. The sound machine was a must.
It was. And then we also asked if you use a fan at night.
Yeah.
A couple things that I was concerned about is I'm not one to want to share a bed. So I joke that I can barely sleep with my husband, let alone
that's so
someone
funny.
else.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Even in a king bed, I'm not comfortable sleeping with someone else.
That is so wild.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense because other than Chris and Zoe, the only other 2 people I would sleep in a bed with is Sarah and Nicole. Just because when you're 14 years old and you're spending the night at your girlfriend's house, we all slept in the same bed. So now I'm like, okay, if we had to, the 3 of us could probably share a bed.
Right.
But that's it. Between Sarah, Nicole, my husband, and my daughter, that's it.
Well, and my fear is I'm going to wake up snuggling them. That's what I think is going to happen, and I'm so afraid.
Oh my goodness. I love that.
So I'm just like, I just don't want to share a bed.
Yeah.
So it worked out where we had, I think, 3 separate king beds.
We did.
And they were in their own bedrooms. Then we had 1 room with 2 doubles.
Yep.
And then the bunk room.
Yes, which were 4 bunk beds, so 2 sets of 2. One set had 2 twins,
Yes.
top and bottom, but the other one had the doubles beds,
Yes.
top and bottom. So that was really cool.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah.
And we come into the house. So it was about, was it an hour away or an hour and a half?
Yeah,
I
about an hour and a
couldn't
half.
remember.
Yeah, it was about an hour and a half away.
It was so much fun driving up there.
Yeah, it
because,
wasn't bad.
Yeah, I think almost all of us drove up with someone.
Yes.
So Christy and I rode up together. You and Nicole rode up
Yes.
together. So Christy and I get there first, and we're both like, okay, let's pick the best room. Now, we already knew Christy was
Right.
bunking in the
Christy's
bunk
already
room.
in the bunk room with
Yes,
me.
but I go around and then I decide, I actually don't need this giant king master. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was the master with this huge bathroom, And then
Oh, you gave that to Carrie.
I did. Yes.
I love that. Carrie's kind of new to the group, so I like that she got the best room.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that was
perfect.
perfect.
And you did want to be
I
near
did.
us.
I was right down with you
Yeah,
guys.
right across the hall.
Yep. And so you had your bathroom for 4 women.
Yes.
And then I had my own bathroom. So Amanda and I shared a bathroom.
Yeah,
because
I
it just made
would
more
come in
sense.
with my crazy headband on, and my cotton rounds, wiping makeup off. I'm like, yeah, you shared the bathroom. I'm
Yes.
grateful for that.
That was perfect. And then some cool things about this house. There was an indoor pool.
Yes, which was so wild.
That was crazy
Yes,
to me.
indoor pool.
And I did think when we read the listing, the whole house would smell like chlorine. And it did not.
No, it didn't at all.
No.
You're right. It didn't.
I was very impressed
Yeah.
by that because I do think that's a issue.
Yeah.
If you have an indoor,
I didn't think about that
indoor
potentially.
pool.
Right.
That's
How
crazy.
wild.
Yes.
Yeah.
So perfect for families.
Yep.
And then it had, of course, the hot tub,
Yes.
which the only person that went in,
Nicole.
I think, was Nicole.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Like, Nicole's the only one. We had such grand plans for the fire pit,
Yep.
the outdoor fireplace, and the hot tub. But because it rained, I think that all day on Saturday, it just kind of cut into the whole fire pit situation.
Totally.
Yeah.
We get there, Friday afternoon, and it's starting to rain.
Yeah.
I did appreciate they had the kind of carport that you could carry your
Yes.
luggage and packages in. That was perfect.
Yes.
And then it rained the entire day on Saturday.
Yes.
I think they said like 2.5 inches
Which
of
is
rain.
wild because I don't know when it rains all day like that.
I-
And then it didn't let up. It was an
No.
all day rain.
Yes,
It was
and like
really
torrential
wild.
downpours.
Yeah, it was kind of wild.
It was wild.
Yeah.
And the outdoor furniture was getting wet.
Yes.
So there were a couple pieces that you could sit on, but for the most part, we couldn't all sit out there.
No, it was not a gathering outdoors.
No, but we did make sure the kitchen table was long enough, and it was
Yes,
perfect.
it was
had
perfect.
just around 9, I think, chairs
Yeah,
even. That
yeah,
was perfect.
yeah, it was great.
And then there was the lounge area with the indoor fireplace.
Yes.
Which that was super
Yes,
nice.
very cool.
Yes. And then when you went downstairs, there was the wet bar, which I thought was very
Yes,
cool.
and another TV, living area. Like, it was really nice. There were
Yes.
a lot of spaces to spread out.
Yes.
Even though there were 9 women in we call it a cabin. It was a house. It was a brand new, gorgeous home.
Yes.
But because it was in the mountains, it's like, oh,
cabin life.
But there was enough space for 9 women to spread out and stay in for a whole weekend.
Totally.
Yeah.
And we didn't leave.
We didn't
Yes.
leave. 9 women stayed in this home and did not leave from Friday afternoon to Monday morning.
Yes.
We just pajamas. It was great.
It was so fun.
great.
It was
Yeah.
so fun. There was also a ping pong table.
Yes,
Which we didn't
never
even play ping pong.
That is because we had so many great games. Are we going to talk about all your games?
Well, absolutely,
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
yes. So we'll get to that. Then let's talk about the food.
Yes. I told Chris that when what do you get when you take 9 middle-aged women to a home, for a getaway weekend? And he was like, what? I'm like, $2,000 worth of food in your fridge and pantry.
Yes!
We all brought enough that we could have stayed there for 7 days.
I know. I was secretly hoping, what if we got an ice storm and we're
I know.
stuck? We will eat like kings
Yes,
and queens.
we will eat all of it.
Yes.
It was great. The food was fantastic.
It was. We had a little sign-up spreadsheet, and of course, Amanda was the expert with that.
Me and the spreadsheets.
No, it was awesome. So, people picked if they wanted to bring a meal, if they wanted to bring dessert or a snack, all the drinks. We had, everything from wine and spirits and margaritas to Cokes and bubbly
You brought
water.
a bottle of Vouv, which
Yes!
was amazing. We were like, get into this.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
Yes, we opened that and enjoyed champagne one afternoon.
Yes.
My favorite was Jessica said, can we open the champagne later on this afternoon? I was like, absolutely. And then about 5 minutes later, she's like, remember when I said this later? Can we do it now? I was like, of course.
I love her.
Yes.
She's like, right now. Let's do it right now.
And I also thought it was funny because, this just shows personality-wise. On the way to the mountains, you and Nicole stop at the grocery store and literally pick everything that you need.
Yes.
Yes. Meanwhile, I, cooked and did it all at home because I just wanted to get up there and not worry about it.
Yeah,
and
I get
you
that.
were just like, no, I want to do it fresh and have it ready.
I want to go and actually get as close as we can to the house. I wanted to go to the Ingles right down the street. I want to be as close as I can to the house when I get all of this food. Yeah, I don't know. I just, Nicole and I are like, let's pack up and we'll just
And
go
you'll
to the
just
grocery
go
store.
and figure it out.
Yeah.
You had your shopping list.
Yeah, exactly.
See, that would have stressed me out.
Oh, no, we had a whole list.
No, I loved it.
Because if I didn't do that, I'm setting myself up for failure, because then what if I left something at home?
And now you're like, we're not going to the grocery.
Right, yeah.
No, it makes sense. Of course, one of the big things on the agenda for the week was Mahjong.
Of course. It was Mountain Mahjong.
Yes.
So, and can we just say that I'm back?
Yes. So Amanda was on a little bit of a dry spell.
We'll call it. That's fine.
I like
we can
that
call
word.
it a dry spell.
Yeah. And that was basically from October until Mountain Mahjong.
Yeah, I mean, I'll call it like a win hiatus.
That's right. I love that term. I'm going to start using that.
I was on a win
hiatus.
Yes.
That's perfect.
And and we played so much when we were in Mexico on our girls' trip. I won 0 games.
Yes.
So.
And then you played with Chris and your mother-in-law.
Yes, and lost. Chris hadn't played in like 8 years. Wins the very first game. I'm like, get out of here.
Oh my gosh.
You cannot play with us again.
That is so
it
funny.
But when we went on this trip, I was like, I'm getting it.
Yeah,
I'm good.
We got to get back into it.
I won 5 games.
Yes, you did.
I was very excited.
So midway through the first evening, Nicole and I are having all these conversations. So Nicole and Amanda have been best friends since they were 14. And Nicole's just laughing because Amanda still hadn't won any yet. And she's like, we're going to make a t-shirt. And she's coming up with all
she trolls me. I mean, she just loves
And then I think you got your first win, and she's like, okay, but we can still do it because, and then you just keep winning, and she's like, okay, plan's out the window.
Yep.
But of course, I start keeping track of
I mean, the wins.
Yes.
The wins.
And I tell Amanda, look, we have this big prize for whomever wins the most hands of Mahjong the whole weekend. And she goes, well, are you keeping track? I'm like, yes, I'm keeping track.
Right. Then I realized who I was talking to. So I'm like, of course you're keeping track.
Yes. So we had a prize for that. And then I had brought multiple prizes for all of these, like, we'll call them minute to win it games.
Yes.
They can also be called reindeer games, but they weren't like around Christmas.
But it was fun. And you are so great with the gifts. You always bring gifts for people, and they're fun, cool gifts. And we all got to choose a bag. And I think we shared this on social, just showing us playing these games, and like my group is over there strategizing how we're gonna like get these cups together. It was so fun. We were so involved.
Yes,
we were in it.
It felt like it took a little bit of time to get the games going because we were so excited for Mahjong.
Yes,
and then by the time Saturday afternoon rolled around, I was like, okay, well, let's try some of these games, and if we don't like them, it's fine.
Right, it's fine.
And it turned out you were on a team with everyone was wearing purple.
Yes,
just
which
randomly.
I love.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you were on the purple team, and one of the games was balance the ping pong ball.
Yes.
On the bottom of a solo cup in a pyramid, and you've got to stack all of the cups together.
Yes.
And you guys were dead serious.
We were very serious.
You were very serious.
I mean, we won the first one.
Yes.
And then the other
team. And then we
team,
decided we're going to do 2 out of 3.
Right, which was a bad idea. And so then they won the 2 games. And you come out with all these gifts.
Yes.
We are mad. We are like, well, you know what? We are going to
got to redeem.
We got to redeem.
Yes.
We're going to win a gift.
Yes.
And I don't know. Did we play? We played a different game after that we won the
I
gift
think
to.
the flip cup tic-tac-toe.
Yes, that's what. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
That game was amazing.
That was so
We
fun.
did win one of those, and we got a gift.
Yes.
We were so obnoxious.
You'll have to clarify if I'm incorrect because I never really did drinking games. I got to be honest. But I believe flip cup normally is you drink the whole cup and then you lay it down and flip it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
This is a take on that, but the cups had no liquid in them.
No. And it was tic-tac-toe, which was so cool, though, because you flip it, and as soon as it lands, then you put it in the, in one of the spaces. But what I thought was so cool is that if the other team does it, they can put their cup on top of yours and take your spot.
Yes.
So I was like, yes, this is even better.
Yeah.
So we were so serious.
Were
we were like,
into
we weren't
it.
even talking. We were just like, go,
yes.
do it, do it. I mean,
and you're like, okay, are we allowed to have our hand on the cup before we start? I mean, it was like dead serious.
The rules. You were getting such a kick out of us because you're like, okay, I didn't know this was going to be.
It was going to be so serious.
That serious.
Yes. And I will say, way, on the gifts, I love to kind of collect things throughout the year.
Yeah.
And I have like a little gift closet or a gift drawer. And then if I need a gift or something fun, I'm just like ready, you know?
Yes. I
So
love that.
this was perfect because
need to
I
do that.
love having gifts ready to go.
Yeah.
And I enjoy giving gifts. It's one of the things
No,
I
that's one of
enjoy.
your things. Yeah.
Yes,
I love, and I enjoy receiving them.
Well, even better.
So we are a great pair.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about one of our most favorite parts of the trip. Like the best thing that we did.
And that would be making
Content!
Instagram content.
It was so great. You come up with such great stuff too.
Well, I mean, I just look on Instagram. You guys were sending me
Yes,
ideas
true,
for
true.
sure.
We
And
were
then I
all-
just save them, you know.
And I love that everybody was all in on it.
Yes.
I
So,
mean-
as someone who creates content, I am very conscious that not everybody wants to be on social media.
Yes.
Not everybody wants to be involved in these things. And some of this is self-deprecation.
Yes.
And they don't want to be a part of that.
Right.
Because they don't want to put themselves out there because then maybe someone will make fun of them.
Yep.
So I always ask people, you know, do you want to be in the content? Do you want me to tag you? Do you want me to not include you at all? Like whatever you're comfortable
You're really
with.
sensitive to that. I think that's great. You really want everybody to be comfortable.
I do, because for me, of course, I'm happy to put it out there.
Oh,
but
yeah,
like,
same. I don't care.
I get it. Not everybody is. And I mean, I have some family members who aren't on social media at all. And so
Yeah.
like they don't want to be in content. And I'm like, no problem.
Yeah.
I mean, I will definitely.
I mean, I clearly have no issue with it, considering that, you know, I had a peel and my face was melting off in Las Vegas, and I put that on.
Yes!
Yeah. So, you know, I'm like, great. Put me in.
I know. I love it. So I had lots of reels saved, and then I was showing the women, okay,
Yes.
here are the reels that we're going to create. And one of them is where we have a backup band.
Yes.
Okay. They're all sitting on the kitchen counter. And then basically, I'm a pony, and Amanda is going for a pony ride.
Yes. So I'm just riding you through the kitchen.
Yes.
It was so wild, too. You would have thought that we picked the house based on the content we were
Yes.
trying to make. It was perfect
It
for all
was.
the things that we did.
It totally was.
Yeah, it was so fun to have them all in the background banging like pots and
The tea kettle.
and the coffee mugs together.
And even the racks from the Mahjong
Yes,
set,
yes,
you know,
yes.
using those.
And I'm not a Steelers fan, but the Steelers beanie from Christy was so good. I had to wear that.
Yes.
And
And
it
we
went-
were trying to figure out, okay, we want this to be just absurd and ridiculous.
Yes.
And Amanda says, well, I could go put a swimsuit top on and keep my leggings on. And I'm like, absolutely.
So I end up in leggings, a bikini top, a Steelers beanie, and shades.
yes.
Sunglasses on in the house, which is one of those things that I'm like, oh gosh, what tool wears sunglasses inside? Well, I had them on. Oh,
And-
that was so fun.
And, you know, you just are riding the pony all the way through the shot. You don't even make eye contact with the camera.
No, I mean, and I think I'm giving it like the giddy up
Yes.
rodeo, woo, lasso. I
Yes.
mean, if you are listening to this and you have not seen that reel, you have got to.
Yes,
It
you've
is
got to go check it out.
hilarious.
It's so funny. And here are my favorite things. So, of course, Amanda in her smoking hot body
Oh, please,
is on
please.
content. And then, you know, some of the friends are like, okay, you've got to tell us because you're going to have some DMs. You're definitely going to have some DMs. And one guy sends a DM and he's like, hey, are you the one riding the pony?
Yes.
And I tell Jim
Oh,
this
you
whole
did?
story,
Yeah.
and he goes, did anybody reach out and ask if you were the pony? I was like, no one cares about the pony.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Oh, it was so
I
funny.
mean, it's so wild though. Like, obviously, you know, I'm the one riding the pony. Do you need to send me a message and ask me that? I mean,
well, he was just trying
he
to
wanted to
open
see if
the conversation.
I, of course, did not respond.
Good job.
So,
I was like, remember, you can always block them.
yes, true.
And as content goes, you know, there are always times where you can have some unintended content.
Yes.
And that sometimes can be your best content.
It was so good.
Tell us that story.
I was going to say, I had to call the landlord, what do you call him? Like
Super.
the rental
I call him the
company.
super.
The super, right. Like the cabin rental company. And we had, little things. Like we had a drain in one of the showers that didn't drain.
We were missing tons of light bulbs.
Right, we were. And then, so we called them out. The guy was really cool. He said, hey, I'll send somebody out. And so handyman comes out. You know, typical handyman. He's pretty buff.
Yeah,
he
he
works
was.
out. You know, he drives
You
a
said
truck.
he eats nails.
He eats nails.
That
He
was
did.
so
He
funny.
looks like he eats nails. Like he was very buff, works out, drives a truck, you know. But you have to tell this because he comes in and I'm walking him around.
Right.
So we go downstairs.
Yep, Amanda's walking him around. Meanwhile, we are getting ready to film our next reel.
And you're upstairs.
We are upstairs, and our next reel requires costumes.
Yes.
And we're talking like everything from a robe and a hair towel. Erica grabs the life raft from the pool area.
Yes, yes.
So she kind of looks like a lifeguard. And our friend Kim brought her blow-up gingerbread costume.
Oh,
because,
so
of course,
good.
I texted her before we left and was like, hey, if you can grab that costume, we might need it.
I wondered why she had it.
Yes.
That's so, okay, so you did prompt her to bring it. Okay,
prepped her to bring it. And this is one of those ones that has their own fan and it blows way up.
Yeah, it's like self-inflating.
Yes.
It's amazing.
So we've got the man getting a tour of all the issues, and Kim is in costume blowing it up, and we do not tell her
that the guy is in the
house.
house. Yeah, she doesn't even know he's in the house.
Nope.
And so I'm walking up the stairs back into the living room kitchen area. At the same time, she comes bouncing out of the bedroom, and and the guys, Nicole is cracking up laughing.
Oh, her laugh was so iconic.
Yeah, she's doubled over laughing.
Yes.
The handyman just looks like, what is happening with these ladies? And I think even the look on my face is like,
You're like, oh, look at her.
I know. And I looked at him, I said, we're just creating content.
Yep.
Like, you know what? And you know what he said? He goes, well, that looks like a good time. Yeah. I mean, that was what was funny too. When he saw her, and then he was like, that looks like a good time.
And then he like does a double take and he starts to leave and he looks back again because he's just like, I don't know what's happening in this
He's like,
house.
How am I seeing a big old blow up gingerbread?
Yes. Oh, it was.
And I think when he saw me and just, middle-aged women in general, he was not expecting content creators and a blow-up gingerbread.
In full costume.
Yeah.
So that was one of our favorite ones.
Yeah, that was great.
And then we did one more where, actually we did two more. One where you were the lead singer and we were your backup group.
And what was I saying? Nelly. It was a Nelly.
Yes,
it was a Nelly
song. With I Love You. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's the callback one.
Yes, yes.
And what I enjoyed about that one is it says, what's your Mahjong group like? And we come out as her background singers, but we're all hiding. And I will say Christy was dead still under that blanket.
The way she popped up,
yes.
I was like, well, that's pretty solid.
Yes, so she did amazing in that. And then the last one was, I was the lead singer.
And first of all, I will say, so good. Everyone who has seen that is like, wow, she's awesome. And you're singing into a Dyson hairdryer. Yes. It is so good.
I missed my calling as a lip syncer.
You did. Because you also were dancing at the same time you were singing.
It was so fun.
I was like, she is on fire.
I love doing those kind of things.
It was so great.
It was so fun.
So fun.
One of Gus's friends texted that reel to his mom and said, I know you guys would be friends.
Oh, that's such a great compliment, though.
And I was like, see, Gus, your mom is cool.
Right.
And he's just like, oh, mom.
Yeah, that's fun. Oh, my gosh. It was so much fun. And just everybody was so excited.
Yes. So we have a recommendation. If you can ever take a trip with your girlfriends, let me tell you, that is the cure we all needed.
Yes.
One of the women came back, went to work, and two friends said, oh, my gosh, you look incredible. Like, what happened?
Yeah.
Did you, get a facial or something? You look so well rested. And she's like, I had a girls' weekend.
Yes. And it is. You need those.
Yes. We connected so well. Yeah. And this is one of the reasons we do this podcast is because we love to hear other people's stories.
Yes.
And we got to hear stories of other women and their lives. And, we may share some of them here on the podcast with their permission, but I just loved getting to know them better. And the truth is, everyone has a story.
100%, yes. And I love that we were able to strengthen the friendships that were already made, build and grow new ones. It was just wonderful. It was really good. And no drama.
Yes.
9 women in zero drama.
Zero drama.
No one's catty, talking about each other. We just had such a wonderful time.
Yes.
I came home and I told Chris, I was like, this is the best girls trip.
It was.
So wonderful.
It really was amazing. So definitely take the next girls trip. Go for it.
10 out of 10 recommend.